Aí pipoca. Tira quel salado lì che cade in cadita. Tira la salada lì, per infidelità. Catarina. Se assim, se ela já tem um paizinho já. Vai ser tirar também. Aí é aquele cagão aí.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2
Gol demais,
hours,
depois
it
tem
might
ali
not
mais
feel like that.
rápido.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
Fritar mesmo.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, which player is... Pele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Flamengo with the corner, they're first. Vieira can get it clear. Out for a throw. That's very neat. Plays it across.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Cruyff. Now it's Pele. Ronaldinho. Cruyff. Cafu. Now it's Messi. Ronaldinho. Hazard. Mateus. Now it's Thiago. Pass somewhat off target. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard. And it's Thiago. Now, can they get him away? Palmeiras still without a single shot on target. Hazard. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cleared without hesitation. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And Cruyff! Eto'o. Now it's Pele. Roberto Carlos. Played back in. Hullet.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Strong running down that left flank. Hazard. No, he refuses to take the bait. Now it's Pele. That is good alertness. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Goes for a shot! Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Flamengo have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Now it's Hullet. Azar. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's shifting through the gears here. And that pass just didn't quite work. Corner number 2 then. Bullish header! Danger averted for now. And it's Azar. Azar! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. And he gets rid in a hurry. Chance, surely! He scores! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Flamengo now look, takes a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Oh, what a climb! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Chance for a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
It's become a case of men against boys.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Neymar. And that's another good win of the ball. And we've reached half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Fazer concession comigo.
Cadê a Catarina? Ela tava
So
lá,
off
eu
we go
fui abrir a
once more.
janela.
Palmeiras didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Now it's Eto. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Eto. It's Eto! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Roberto Carlos. Here's Cannavaro. Ronaldinho. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Might be danger here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now, can they get him away? And it's Azar.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
The message is clear. None shall pass. Cannavaro.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Cruyff. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Eto. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Thiago. Ronaldinho. And it's Neymar. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Cruyff. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bit too much weight on the pass. Cannavaro. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Eto. Ronaldinho. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Ronaldinho. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Azar. He has found the way through. Can he finish? Flamengo get their fourth corner. Now they can clear their lines. It's hit the upright. And that was very necessary. Vieira. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Não dá, mas é porque eu acho
They've
que
been
vai fazer
denied a
dela
chance to
comer.
develop any rhythm
Fizeram
in the
fazer as
passing
coisas.
department.
Mateus. Eto. Shot could be on. He's having a shot! Well, that looks a decent ball. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Flamengo clearly should have gone for the easier...
Pele! They've scored! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Flamengo are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And here's Thiago. Thinks of... And the finish! And he hits the net. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Pele. He's found a way through. Well read, nice interception. 2 minutes to be added on. Flamengo finding their passes. Oh, it's come to nothing. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Pele. Ronaldinho. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile.
Aquele pastel. Não sei. Não sei se foi ela ou foi o Daniel, né? Vou começar aquilo lá e assim ficou mesmo. Sim, mas é bom, filho.
Pois é, ela não trabalha nenhum. Tu conhece dela, que ela não
Será que é o namoradinho?
tem sintonia com o pai nem com a mãe. Porque às vezes fica tudo longe dela. Tem convivência com nenhum. Eu quero que ela fez aquele jeito, né?
Ela já tem namorado?
Se ela vai ter?
Se ela
Vai.
tem.
Acho que não tem, não. Quando tem, não sai
E
problema.
no último dia, no dia da batata. Você não tava sorridente ali, conversando, nem comeu a batata direito. Teclando. Você acabou de rir. Aí depois fui pro quarto. Aí o Hudson estava aqui. Eu de tudo isso. Aí o último dia que a galera tava vendo assistir, aí com teclando ali, você acabou de sorrir. E eu me acabou de sorrir vendo. Me abriu, não? Vai fazer? Às 15, né?
Eu aqui.
Bora lá, bora lá. Às 15 anos. Esse ano já tem tudo. Se nascer, tá lá na frente do mano, trabalho. Acabou não.
Aí, Lona. Sua mãe. Aí depois que largou o dedo, endoidou.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty...
Oh, terrible pass. Well, football has plenty of poets and artists, but there is only one Roberto Baggio. It's Asa! And that certainly packed a punch. Threads one in, and this is Asa. Asa with the... Up he goes! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you
Quero que fazer
lucky
gol,
boy.
ela
Giving
fica
the ball
aqui,
away like
agora
that is
gosto,
usually
né?
punished.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Roberto Baggio. Great chance! And he's done it! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Hazard really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Palmeiras are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Look at the space here, and he shoots! Ronaldinho. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, shooting chance! Beautiful from Nedved. That is a gem, an absolute gem. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Palmeiras are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And a chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Drives it in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Mohamed Salah. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And he's quick to snatch it back. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Cannavaro. Ronaldinho. Palmeiras looking to pass their way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He could be in here. Shapes to shoot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Hangs in a cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Palmeiras have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Mohamed Salah. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Azar. Great vision. He's through here. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Azar. Palmeiras are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. He's in space and looking for options. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what a climb! Mohamed Salah is flagged offside.
Porque sim, deixa lá atrás.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, that's clever. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Mane. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Cruyff. Plays a sharp little ball here. Vieira. Ronaldinho. That's been cut out, well played. Nedved. And it's half-time here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
Era torcida, olha a verdade. Era a torcida que você podia contar aqui fora. Ah, e tempo. Não é uma coisa boa, né? Do Big Brother, né? Primeiro participante do BBB que entra pra perder. Esse daqui é um jogador colombiano, Cardona. Essa daqui, como eu já disse, é a filha dele, a Ana Cardona. O que acontece é que ela completou 21 anos de idade.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Nicely aimed part. And he's let fly.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Nedved. Good chance here! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. It's a mighty effort! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Nicely weighted ball. Mohamed Salah. That'll be a corner.
Ainda mais cool.
It's loose now, and they want to get it back. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Roberto Carlos. And here's Mohamed Salah. Taken back almost at once. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Pull it. Vieira. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now that looks a decent ball. The ball's gone astray. Pull it. Roberto Baggio. Looking to play him in. Nedved in acres of space out wide.
Salve.
Time and again they are repelled. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he should have made it 4.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
So, third corner of the game. Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a good ball. Cruyff. And the finish! And it's in! Just cruising! They are cruising! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Vieira. Ronaldinho. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. And this is Cruyff, and he's shot a goal! He's put it wide.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And this is Cruyff. Oh, no joy this time. Pull it. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well read, nice interception. Oh, they can break here. Now that's well seen too. Good ball, good take. Nicely shaped ball. Can he latch on to this? Nedved is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Palmeiras really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
It's come to nothing. That is good alertness. Just 5 minutes left. Best. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Vieira. Best.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Lovely, now then. Spread out to the left. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, well measured. A lot of space ahead of him. Vieira. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. That's that, the end. Palmeiras cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Rapaz, esse cara era bom.
Rapaz, esse cara não era bom não, eu tava com a assistência ligada, moço. Percebeu não? Acaba de perder. Acho que a gente tá a bola no gol, não chutei.
Ah, tá.
É que eu não tô mais me estressando não.
Entrei já no final do segundo tempo.
Pois é. Outro cabulado, como é que esse Messi pega 106 de velocidade? E aqui no meio não tá pegando. Tirar tudo aqui, ele.
Tu viu isso onde?
Oxe, a gente viu o cara fazendo um rank das cartas mais rápidas do jogo.
Ele pegando esses 106.
O cara postou aí, o mais rápido, ele é o mais rápido dele. Depois vem o Dembélé, os carinhos lá.
Para pegar 106 de velocidade tem que baixar o overall dele.
Pô, tá baixado lá tá 106 só o overall dele, ó.
Ele não fica no over máximo.
Não, no overall máximo não. No mínimo dele. E a caixinha do meu controle é um?
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we can...
Segundo tempo me mostra a formação desse cara aí.
Tá.
There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Yeah, just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious.
Tries to pass it through. Cafu plays it in. Baresi makes the interception. Now it's Ronaldinho.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Driving forward. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ricky Puig gets a foot in here. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Neymar. Ricky Puig. And there's green grass ahead of it. Real chance! Goal! Flamengo! And Flamengo take the lead. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So, a breakthrough already. And this is Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is good alertness. Well read, nice interception. And it's Ronaldinho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Not the most accurate pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Edmilson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now, can they get him away? Neymar! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now that's well seen too. And that's put paid to a promising move. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Palmeiras really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Edmilson.
Flamengo clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Taken back almost at once. Can he get it through? Shoots! Neymar. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And that has been cleared. Neymar. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Played back. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Messi, he is through here. Messi! A wonderful effort all by himself.
Messi just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Pelé.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Busquets. That is good strength. Oh, well measured. Nice interception, well timed. No, again there's... Oh, shooting chance! And they've got rid. And Messi! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Palmeiras can really do with some bigger names standing up here.
Terminar o primeiro tempo, sacrifica o atacante teu e coloca alguém bom de passe. Mais um MLG pô.
Any rhythm in the passing department.
Não, pô, não é Não passa, não.
Para
Os caras
preencher
tão-
melhor o meio de campo.
Eu não tô nem tocando na bola.
Tá muito vago aí.
And that's definitely not his best. And this is Messi. Oh, he's bustling through. Messi! It's in! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Vai te ajudar a atacar melhor.
Quite fabulous. All his own doing. Flamengo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on the...
And Messi! They want to be quick to recover this. Ronaldinho.
Tu deu o gol pro cara com aquele drible.
Plays a sharp little ball here. This looks promising. And he's away. There's the shot!
Ai, ai.
Just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Knocks it out wide. Looking for the run. And it's played in. And he gets rid... Oh, what has happened here? Ronaldinho. Now it's Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Rijkaard. And here's Ronaldinho.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Messi. Messi! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing
Jogo
to go
corrido.
beyond the defence like that.
Neymar, foot in. And it's Ronaldinho. Looking to play him in. Edmilson, a man never lacking in drive or determination. And he's intervened well there. Looking for options for movement. Oh, played through for the wide man. Edmilson. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Perdeu 2 gols, era pra tá empate.
Well, everything up to the final
Eu
pass.
cara a cara,
2
tá vendo?
gols cara a cara.
Tu viu aí, tá na live, tu viu aí.
And here's
Você fala que os que eu
Ronaldinho.
entreguei.
Oh, well played.
Ó, tá aqui de novo
Takes
aí,
a
ó.
shot. Relentless. Just relentless.
Aí eu não sei como que consigo errar o gol, os caras chegam na cara do gol, os caras não erram.
Clear here. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Flamengo are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
A case now of complete control. Well, that pass isn't the best. Cafu. Cross from Cafu. Keeper's dealt with that. Ronaldinho.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
O passe desse cara aí, pegou pela setinha dele.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Pull it. Aims beyond the defence.
Ó,
Maldini gets good distance on it. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rijkaard. That's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Messi. That is a great pick out. Well, that has not gone well. Back into the middle. Messi. And he's in on goal. That is a brilliant interception. It's a really well-measured ball. The ball swung in. Good read, needed to be. And they've got a throw. Baresi spots it and intercepts. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Can he get on the end of this? Well timed, excellent interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Messi. He's got away. Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. Thuram can get it clear. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Messi. He has found a way through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Palmeiras cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off.
Ei, ei, eu botei o pano lá dentro do quarto.
Tá doido, Paul? Vocês já jogaram partidas demais da divisão, mais de 100 partidas.
Já, pô. Tudo não joguei. Partida demais lá, já.
Já era pra estar na primeira se não pegasse tanta assistência.
Eu também que tem um bocado, viu? Tem muito skill aqui. Vou puxar mais um aqui, bora ver se sai com assistência. Porta, vai catar que abrir a porta, acredita? Vai abrir a porta mesmo. Nossa, mas aqui.
130 partidas.
Por aí.
Agora que joguei 20 partidas. Que...
Fala, repouso.
Falou.
Fala não, fala a verdade logo.
Fala não. Moço, o Ramon dá um áudio.
É, fala, obrigado.
Manda lá.
Obrigado, pô.
Perdi mesmo. Vai achar 30 mil na conta da água aí, ó. Vem, gatinho. Todo que chegar na hora de 40 anos. ele tivesse vivo, ele e o irmão dele.
Mas é, fez tudo isso no Rio.
Não, pois é.
Ele
O irmão dele poderia ser muito bem, mas ele
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is
Esse paquete tá bobo,
4-3-3,
tá
and the next
rápido,
time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier.
That could spell trouble.
É.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Neymar.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Baresi makes the interception. And no, that was never going to make it. Can he get it through? Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Palmeiras clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is Mane. Now, can they get him away?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it
Fico
really
desconfiado desse lançamentão aí, Igor. Ó,
Vieira is there and he can get that clear. Bullet can be a real threat inside the box. Messi going face to face with his great rival. And he shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Palmeiras with the corner, they're first. Still goalless. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's made its way to him. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ronaldinho. Roberto Baggio. Bullet tries to pass it through. It's not an especially good pass, that.
é esse negócio de prontos ali.
Maldini.
Depois.
Neymar.
Aí Ralf foi pedir pra ter uma acessada eliminar, né?
Bullet.
Já que não tinha.
Messi.
A frescura que deu lá.
And it's Messi. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. Oh, that's superb. Chance!
Aí o Raso
He
Biel
is
não
desperate
faz
to get
esse.
on the score sheet.
Pode pagar um cartão dinheiro, cartão lá, eu
Palmeiras
pago.
really have stepped it up
Valor
now.
que vem,
They
vocês
could
mais
have been a bit more greedy and
reais,
forced
sim.
the issue.
Eu já voltando já. Aí!
Palmeiras have their second corner
Isso
now.
aí. Pra aí. Eu não levo mais não.
Ajax are looking to go
Ela
forward
mudou
now.
a solicitação dele no
Vieira
Instagram.
cuts out the
Não
pass.
aceitar ele. Sei que tem.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. 30 minutes gone. Now it's Neymar. Great ball if he can get there. A lot of space. He's having a shot! Goal! Ajax! And Ajax take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Ajax are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Ajax have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
A bullet! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No way through there. Oh, crack and pull it! Same again, same outcome. Ronaldinho is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Driving through the middle, and he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Ronaldinho!
Vídeo mil não é nem um carro normal, não é 20 mil. É 100 mil carro normal.
Delivers the ball. Up he goes!
Okay, 500.
Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That looks a cracking ball. He's found a way through. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. No hesitation, he's straight into his pocket. It's a second yellow card and he walks. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Ajax are down to 10 men.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. Great chance here to level it up. Roberto Carlos! Ah, good steal, he just read it. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Strokes it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Palmeiras really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
It's a searching pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. Brilliantly cut out. Baresi. Neymar. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top.
Não, porque eu achando que ele tá bonito.
Escado, né?
Well, height could make all the difference
É,
on these set
é,
pieces.
é o número lá.
And can he finish it?
Não mais pra seguir ela não. Não pra
It's
seguir
their
ela.
second corner of the game. Can he finish? He scored! And this is getting better and better.
Essa besteira aí.
Ajax are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Neymar, he's shifting through the gears here. Delivered across. Well, they've got it again. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Neymar gets into a good position. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. It's a good 35 yards out, this. This, the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Oh, that was close. Time and again they are repelled. Rodri, searching pass he's played there.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Terrific header! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.